We are ready for you. Your fellows are listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the introduction, and also a pleasure for me to be part of this school. I'm here to share also, and also to learn from the participants. I have about 30 slides, but they are more for review after the session. I would like the session to be uh, as more interactive as possible. And I don't know if there is a microphone in the room, because at some point I will ask input from the room. The topic is the next round of the new generic top level domain name. I was in a session, one of the sessions for some second, where we had the ICANN ombudsman. So I don't know if you had a session where we had information about the domain names in general. Do we have a session like this?
Yes, so we took that as part of the online courses that we did before this session, before the physical engagement.
Thank you very much. So
Okay.
this will make my session more interactive. And I would like to hear from some of the participants in the room. I'm not sure that there is someone without an email address in that room. If there is someone without an email address, I'm sure that EGIGFA will have the person get an email address. So for those in the room who have email addresses, so I want to know what is the domain name, because they know what is the domain name. They know domain name. What is the domain name after the at, the symbol at? So I can want to hear for 2, 3 people what is the domain name in the email addresses. So if you can hear for 2, 3 people the domain name in the email address. Yes. The person
Say it.
speaking, I cannot hear. The
Yes.
domain name
Oh, Ghana.com.
is the part after the at.
Yeah, Ghana.com.
So it's Ghana.com. So
Yeah.
thank you. I note Ghana.com, a domain name. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Who
Ghana.com.
else?
Who has something different?
Who?
I'm
Who?
taking note. I take note of Ghana.com.
Who?
Who has another domain name in his email address? Oh, we have all Ghana.com in our email addresses?
No, we have .gov.gh.
Uh, no, I'm talking about. So after the at, it is
So
gov.gh.
no, mine is kbth.gov.gh.
Okay, I'm sorry. We just introduce ourselves,
Okay,
and then we give the domain name. Sorry for that. I didn't ask for us to introduce ourselves.
okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm Sadiq.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
And the domain name is, in your email address, is
kbth.gov.gh.
abth.
KBTH. KB.
Or if someone can type in the chat room, .gov.gh. So any another, do we have another domain name in email address in the room someone would like to share with us?
So it's bdo.com.gh.
So it's dot com dot
adu.com.com.gh.
gh.
.gh.
Okay, thank you. It's another domain name. Do we have another domain name in email addresses in the room?
GhanaSIG.org.
GhanaSIG.org. Thank you. GhanaSIG.org. Thank you. Another domain name in email address in the room,
unair.edu.gh.
please?
unair.edu.gh.
I
UNED,
cannot hear
spell.
you, please.
UENR.
Can someone help me with that domain name?
UENR.
U
ENR.
E N R
Edu. EDU.
dot
Dot
dot gh.
GH.
Thank you so much. We can take one more.
gmail.com.
gmail.com. Thank you very much.
There's
Okay.
another
Who
one
can
for you.
tell-
Hold on.
Oh, another one. Go ahead, please. Please, please. Feel free.
Baobab.africa.
Please.
Baobab.africa.
Baobab.africa. Oh, I'm learning about domain names. I didn't know that we have this domain name, .africa. Thank you very much. So why don't you share again a domain name or we can move? That's fine. Okay, let's move. We have a lot. I like this session because what is the topic of the session on the agenda? It is the next round of new generic top-level domain names. So you have on the slide. Some what we call a domain name. So that is I'm using that slide because I'm saying we have a lot of slides, but we use some of them, and you can go back and read. So what is a domain name? So on the slide here we have seen www.icann.org. It is a domain name. It is a domain name. So I think everyone in the room understand now what is a domain name. And as you can see on the screen, the top level domain here is .org. So the person gave Ghana.com. Which one is the top level domain name? For Ghana.com, which one is the top level domain name? Please? The person who gave me a Ghana.com as a domain name. Which one is it? Thank you, .com. The person who gave me abtv.gov.gh. Which one is the top level domain name?
.gov.gh.
No, GH.
No,
So
but
it is
you see, in the here we are not able
just
to.
the last part. Go ahead, please talk.
So
go ahead. Yeah.
yes, I know the .gh is the top domain name, but here, if you want the domain, the top level domain, they always either .gov.gh, .com.gh, or .org.gh.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
I like the interaction. That is not the top level domain name.
Yes.
So the top level domain name is just the last label after the dot. So the top level domain name is just the last label after the dot. So if I take all the example we have from this room, we have com, which is a top level domain name. We have gh, which is a top level domain name. We have org, which is a top level domain name. There is also one from the example. Who want to tell me another top level domain name? Africa. So I want everyone to understand what is a top level domain name. So any question about top level domain name, when we talk about top level domain name, so the top level domain name is the last part, the last label. Is that clear? Any question? You can ask any question. Is there a question in the room? Or we can move?
Let's move for now.
Thank you so much. So because the topic, once we understand that, okay, we'll understand why we are talking about the next round of top level domain name. So, okay, do you know, how can we know that we have a top level domain name? This is easy because if you go to our ICANN website, there is a list. There is a list where we can see all the domain names in the list. But we can also type, I'm typing a URL in the chat room, and then you can use that to check if something is a top level domain name. So I can repeat for you, whois.iana.org. Whois.iana.org. Can you see people who are connected? Can you see what I just put in the chat room? Can someone see what I just posted in the chat room? Maybe in the room you are not connected to the chat, but I just want someone to confirm if you have seen what I have posted in the chat room.
Yes,
Thank you.
can. Yes.
Marco, thank you. So my point is that I'm giving this example to tell you that when you tap this address, you have a page, and then when you tap like you have a page and a window where you can check. So when we have .gh, for example, and we tap DH, the system will tell us if DH is a. So let me do that. Let me do that from my end, and then I'll share with you. I'll share with you. I want to do that from my end, and then you'll see. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
I don't know. Okay, thank you so much. So this is what the address I gave you to type. I type the address ways.iana.org, and then it brings me to this place. So if you watch, if I type GH, for example, just GH, the system will tell me this top-level domain name, when this top-level name was created, etc. So I click on Submit for GH. When I click on Submit, if you can read, I don't know if the screen is too far from you, you will see domain GH, and then you will see the contact. We have an admin contact, and then you have all the information about the admin contact, network computer system, and then the email, because this information are information ICANN needs to be sure that if there is some question or interaction needed with about the .gs, like if you want to ask some information, we can use the administrative contact. And also we used to have also a technical contact, and then you see all this. And if you go completely to the end, so it was created in 1995. So .gh was created in 1995, and everyone know Prof. Nikweno. So since 1995, so he helped the community to have this .gh. So that is what we call the top-level domain. And then you see change. So sometimes there are information that can be changed, and then like the contact, and you see. So the last three lines are important. Let me tap like com for you in this. I hope you are following me. I'm tapping com now, and then I'm click on check. So if you can read, the domain is com. Which organization is managing com? If you can see that on the screen, you can read and just tell me. Which organization? Someone just take the microphone and tell me. Which organization is managing .com? Someone in the room to tell me? Any volunteer
So
to tell me?
VeriSign
Okay.
Global
VeriSign
Registry Services.
Thank you so much. VeriSign is the organization managing.com. So we are moving, and you see that you understand the whole topic we want to cover now. So let me check. Someone talk about Africa as a top-level domain name. So I want to check also for Africa. So I click on Submit. So the domain here is Africa. So what is the organization managing.africa?
So ZA Central Registry.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to type another example. BJ. I want to type BJ, and I click on Submit. BJ. So for BJ, you see that we have the domain BJ. It is in French. If you
Yes.
can just read the last part for me on an organization. Which organization is in charge of .bj? The last part on the line.
Yes, so ASEP Benin.
Thank you so much, Arcep Benin. I think everyone is following.
Yes, we are.
But you can see in the case of Arcep Benin, we have administrative contact, which is different from the technical contact. The administrative contact is different from the technical contact. But our first contact generally is the administrative contact. But sometimes you have a situation where you have a different administrative contact, and this administrative contact for some reason can decide to have another person as a technical or another entity as a technical contact. So and you see at the end that the change happening in 2023, and .bj was created in 1996. Who can remember the date when we had .gh? What is the year? The year for .gh. We just saw that year for .gh. .gh was created when? Who want to say that? If you are not sleeping. So .gh was created in
1995.
Thank you so much. 1995. Thank you so much. So that is what I want everyone to know. And again, the role of ICANN. So ICANN is the organization delegating the management of top-level domain name. So we don't have an unlimited number of top-level domain names. So we'll see the number now. So we cannot have like a new top-level domain name tomorrow. We cannot have that. Like if I want to have like Yaovi or Kwame as a top-level domain, I can't have that tomorrow. I want to repeat. So we have top-level domain names. We have seen a lot of top-level domain names. And then I'm saying that we cannot have a top-level domain name every day. We don't have the process in place yet. So if I want to have like a .Kwame, Kwame as a top-level domain name, I cannot have that. ICANN is the only one organization giving that possibility for people to have the top-level domain name. So we are not having top-level domain name created every day. This is not having every day. But if we take the second level, someone gave me the example of Ghana.com. If I want to have Kumasi.com, I can go to the people managing the .com and then ask them to give me Kumasi.com. So if the policy allows them to give Kumasi.com, I can get that today. If I take the top level domain name DH, we have gov.dh. So under gov.dh, I can have another third level under .gov.dh. So I just need to go to the organization managing gov.dh. Which organization is in charge of doing registration under gov.dh in Ghana? Which entity is in charge of doing registration under gov.dh in Ghana? Someone knows this organization?
Yes.
This entity? Exactly. So share with me, please.
Okay.
NITA.
Please?
NITA.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you see that, okay, if we go to NITA tomorrow, we want something under gov.dh, they will be in position to do that. I don't know who is managing com.dh. So if you want something under com.dh, I go to the entity. So we are coming back to the second level, but ICANN role is limited to the top level domain. So this is ICANN role. So we are very clear on that. I think everyone understands that. So the difference also between the top level domain name, you have two categories. You have some of them, they have only two codes, two letters. You have some of them, they have only two letters, like GH for Ghana, BJ for Benin, SN for Senegal, FR for France. So these two letters, they are ISO code. So ICANN is not in charge of, let's say, assigning ISO code. No, ISO code are there by another entity, but ICANN is just using the ISO code. So when we have like, if you still have the screen, if I tap the code for South Sudan, so when we had a new country, which was South Sudan some years ago, we had SS by ISO as a country code. So then at some point, ICANN was able to delegate the SS to an entity. So if I click on .ss, I click submit now, you see that you have National Communication Authority, NCA. It's not NCA of Ghana, and the country is South Sudan. And the admin and the technical, they are playing both admin and technical role. So again, that is a lot of information I want us to keep when we talk about top level domain name. When we talk about top level domain name, so let's move to the rest of the presentation. When I come here now, you see I was talking about top level domain name, a domain name. We talk about top level domain name. We say that we have also two categories of top level domain name. One category is those linked to countries. So we call it country code top level domain names. So ICANN can only have a new country top level domain name when you have a new country. So, but for the generic top level domain name, we have more than 1,200. We'll see that on the next slide. So again, let's move to the presentation. Okay, so you see a lot of examples in top level domain names. So we have also some top-level domain name in other scripts. So you see the first category, we have them in Latin script, A to Z, or ORG, COM, NET. But we have also other top-level domain names today in other scripts. We call them internationalized domain names. So at the top today, we have a top-level domain name linked to countries, and then we have some which are not necessarily linked to country. This is the second category. We call them generic top-level domain names. So if you see in the presentation, new gTLD, anytime you see gTLD is generic top-level domain name, generic. So we are not talking about the country top-level domain name in this program. So this program of next round is not about the country top-level domain name, but it's about the generic top-level domain name. So the generic top-level domain names, they are not linked to countries. They are not linked to countries. But a note, today you have some countries, they have the top-level domain name in ASCII character, but they have also a top-level domain name in their own script. If I take Morocco, for example, MA is a country code for Morocco. If you see .ma at the end, you see that is from a top-level domain from Morocco. But you have also a top-level domain name in Arabic. So this name was proposed by the country. We have some cases also in other countries like Egypt, Mauritania. We have other countries where you have top-level domain name in other so now, the domain name system, I think what we have to keep in mind, and then if you already know that, the domain name system is what is helping us. Instead of keeping us numbers, we can use the domain name to reach contents on server, or to reach, sometimes we can use the domain name. So let's just keep it like this. The domain name system is the system which is helping us to use domain names instead of using numbers we call IP addresses. So on the internet, we use domain names, we use IP addresses, but IP addresses, we don't have to bother about that because technical people, when they configure machines, equipment, cameras, any connected equipment today to the internet, this equipment or device has what we call an IP address. So IP address is another topic, but it's something we need to know that on the internet today, once you are connected to the internet, you have an IP address. So the domain name system is the system which is allowing us to go to a content or to reach an equipment without using the IP address, but using a name. So today we have more than 1,200 generic top-level domain names. We have more than 1,200. Because today, some developers, even software developers sometimes, they think that we have maybe a few. They are used to COM, org, GH, but we have a lot. So if you are doing photography, you are a photographer, you have a shop or something or an office, if you have .com, yaoviphoto.gh is like my email address or my website. So I can also have yaoviphoto.photography. So I can have older top-level domain names in my domain name. So it's not just one. We are not limited to one. So because of what you are doing or the interest or your profession, you can decide to have another generic top-level domain name. So it's important for us today to know that we have 1,200. Why do we have 1,200? Because at some point, we are in the school of internet governance. So ICANN is playing a technical role, but there are a lot of laws, a lot of policies. But you are part of this community working on this policy, this law. So the community at some point asks ICANN, oh, we want to have more new top-level domain names. And then this requires many months, many years of pre-work before 2012. So the last round of new generic top-level domain name was 2012. So now we are going to have a new run because we want to have more inclusivity because some people are interested to have new top-level domain name. I'm saying that we cannot have it every day. So when people are expressing the need to have new domain name, this is why we are having a next round. That is the topic. So the program of the new generic top-level domain name is going to bring new names, new domain names. So it will serve diverse cultural, geographic, language, and professional communities. So different communities can decide that they are interested in new names. This will provide communities and organizations opportunity to create their own space online, because someone can say, okay, we have more than 1,200 today, but me, I want a new top-level domain for what I'm doing. On this slide, you can see we have .photography, as I gave in my example. If I'm a photographer, I'm working in Ghana, I have Yaovi photo.com.gh. I can also see, okay, I can have another extension for my corporation or top-level domain name. So this is why ICANN is working with the community to have the implementation of what we call the next round of new generic top-level domain names. And you can see that some of the top-level domain names are location-based. Durban. So in 2012, we had Durban, we have Johannesburg, we have 3 from South Africa. But from the other cities, we don't have top-level domain name from the other cities. So this is why we are in the school, but it's important for us. We can go from this school and tell people, oh, do you know that in 2026, we can have something new as a top-level domain name? So it is important. So maybe someone in Kumasi can say, okay, we want to have .Kumasi. So if you want to have .Kumasi, for example, so it will be part of the next round, which is coming in 2026. But if you want to have kumasi.gh today, it's not for ICANN, because another person is managing the .gh. It is to the organizing managing the .gh to give kumasi.gh. But if you want to have .kumasi, .accra, etc., we should be interested in the next round. So there are a lot of opportunities in that next round of new generic top-level domain names. So businesses and brands. So if you have a brand, it is maybe the time to say, okay, I will have a top-level domain name, which is maybe showcase my brand. We are a community, but a special name of this community. Or on the internet, we want this community to be on the internet. So maybe we are interested in a top-level domain name, and then we take a name for this community, and then we ask ICANN, oh, we want to have this name as a top-level domain name. So I already mentioned geography, like cities. So if Kumasi said that, okay, oh, we have .Cape Town, .Durban, let's think about .Kumasi. So it is the opportunity, or Accra, .Accra. So it is the next time. So we have this diverse opportunity when we talk about the next round. But there are a lot of benefits when we talk about the new gTLD: visibility, brand management, flexibility, localization, and many impacts on what we are doing. So these are the benefits if someone or an entity is interested in having a new generic top-level domain name in 2026. So I want to stop there for a few questions. If I'm correct, I think we still have 30 minutes. Can you confirm that we still have 30 minutes?
Yes, correct.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So any question before I move to the second part? Because what I try to cover is a top-level domain name. What is a top-level domain name? What do we bother about top-level domain name? When can we have a top-level domain name? So any question before I move?
Okay. Yes. Please go ahead. Yes, there are a few questions for you.
Okay.
Oh, okay, please. You can manage for me. I'll take notes.
Okay.
All right.
So please, this Sadiq again. The issue I mentioned earlier about the top-level domain name.
Excuse me, can you talk a bit loudly?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, please, thank you.
So I was talking about the issue of the top-level domain name that I mentioned about the .gh having .gov.gh and other things. So this discussion came up before, I think that was at Kofi Annan. But the team that is managing .gov.gh, we're arguing that those are the top level domain names. And even if you go to their website, that's how they listed them. They listed that available CCTLDs, then they mentioned .gov.gh, .edu.gh, .net.gh. So is it that this is misinforming us, or actually they are doing the right thing?
Oh, it's a good question. It's a good question. Oh, in fact, so any entity managing a top-level domain name, any entity can have its own policy. This policy allow to see to make categories. So it is something happening under many top-level domain names. So it's a way of maybe having categories. So like if we say edu.gh, instead of having .gh directly, the advantage, or maybe one reason, can be that anytime you see edu.gh, you know that it is linked to education. When you see com.gh, so it is linked to another category. So this entity managing the top-level domain, okay, has this privilege to decide that, okay, you can only register at the third level. So these entities, they have the full right to decide that you cannot register directly under the CCTLD. It's a policy set by the entity managing the TLD. But in general, when we talk about top-level domain name, you just consider the last part. But the point is that the entity managing like a country code top-level domain name can decide with the charter that, okay, the way people can register in the country, people cannot register directly under the top-level domain name, but they have to be under a category. You have some cases also, they can allow to register under the top-level domain name, but you can see the pricing may be different. So all these are part of the policy developed by the entity managing the CCTLD. I hope that answers your question. Another question?
Yes,
please,
another
sir.
question. Thank you.
Sir, please, you made mention of the fact that in 2026, there is going to be an opportunity for people to have gTLDs. My question is that, what will ICANN do if a community's chosen gTLD conflict with a business or a brand's chosen gTLD?
Oh, that is also a good general question. You see, when you come to ICANN meetings, we have technical people, you have a lot of lawyers coming to ICANN meeting because what you mentioned is happening. Again, even before 2026, today, when you have like a company or a brand like in Ghana today, for example, I don't know the policy for registration. If I know that your business is a very good business, and then I can go and take the name of your business and register yourbusiness.com.gh. If the policy, I'm saying if the policy allow me, because you can have a situation where for registration, they don't require that people present some like registration document. It may happen. So if we have a CCTLD not maybe requiring this, I can come and then see a favorite name and register that one. Now, if in 2026, it happened that two entities select the same name, so at the end, they will go through a process. Let's say, if the name belongs to one of the entity, so this entity will prove by document that, okay, this name is linked to that entity. And let me give you clearly the case of community, a city. So no one can go and take a name of the city saying that, okay, I want to register the name of the city as a CLD without document of support or approval for that municipality. That is clear. So I'll be talking about the applicant guidebook later. So we have all this role, but to answer shortly your question is that at some point, it can be a legal process, and at some point, it can be an auction to see who will get the CCTLD. This is the short I want to give you on that. Thank you. Another question?
A question.
Thank you very much. My name is Ezra. My question is, how can Ghana's government help local businesses and organizations to get their own new gTLDs, given challenges such as the high cost involved in acquiring them and then the lack of awareness, especially in Ghana here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. You are asking how the government can help people. So I'm not the government, but the government as a person, okay, what is the reason for you to if you want to get this new name? Maybe the government can add this company. And this company has to demonstrate to the government, okay, oh, government, you see this name is quite important to take for business. But the government will tell this company, oh, you see, you are making profit. You as a company, you are making profit. So the government will have a lot of argument for this company because government is part of entities. We have the governmental advisory committees. If you go to the ICANN ecosystem, it is a committee where we have government representative in this committee. So the government is also supporting these topics to be shared by as many times as possible. So I think the government is favoring on that, but the government can say the government may not in position to fully support because we'll see some responsibility. Okay, let me cover 1-2 slides and then we come back to your question. Because once you decide to have a top-level domain name, you become what we call a registry operator. So when you apply for a generator domain, you are applying to operate a piece of the internet. You see, you are operating a piece of the internet. So government will not want someone who is not care about that. It is a lot of responsibility. So that registry, you will be supporting all the domain register under this gTLD, the generator top level domain you will be getting. So you will have this responsibility. So you now, as a registry operator, you will set the requirement for the generic top-level domain. In this top-level domain, you will set the requirement, and you will determine which second-level domain name can be registered, and by whom. This is like what we said before. So if you are the registry operator, you have a lot of responsibility. Now, linked to your question, you are aware about the amount, which is US dollar 227,000 US dollar. So that is the fee for evaluation, and then there were a lot of factors into consideration for evaluation, and this is why ICANN came to this number. But we agree that for this this amount, it can be significant for many entities and some businesses. This is why you are asking this question: how government can support. And then, if you want to go to this business, or you want to be a registry operator, or you want a new top-level domain names, so it's a question of responsibility. So again, we have this amount, which is 227,000. But let me tell you that if you want to do business with the domain name, you have to think about how you market this domain name. Because if you take Africa today, for example, if you go to South Africa, we have more than 1 million of domain names, more than 1 million. If you take some African countries, you have some more than 200,000. You have some countries a bit more than 100,000. You have some countries less than 50,000 non-registered. So imagine you have a plan, a business plan. You want to do a business with the new generic top-level domain names. What is the population of Ghana? 20 million or more than that? The population of Ghana. Can someone tell me?
More than 30
roughly?
million.
One?
Yes, approximately 32 or 33 million.
Oh, 32 million
33.
approximately.
Yes.
So imagine that you are thinking about doing a business. You are thinking about doing a business in the new gTLD, and you are thinking that the name you'll take will attract people, not only in Ghana. Because if you decide to go to a new gTLD, you have two reasons. You have money, and you don't care about getting this money back. You don't care about that. Because you may have money. Because we have people in our countries, in Ghana also, this money maybe is not a lot for them. They might be just interested in having that top-level domain name on the internet available. So they may not think about, okay, how to get money back from it. But if you said you think that the new top-level domain name you are going to take, you think that per year you can have 1 million. You can have 1 million of registration. If you think that can generate 1 million, because this is what I'm asking. Maybe you are thinking that maybe a million you can have 1 million of registration. So if you think that on every registration per year, you will have like $1. On every registration a year, you think that you get like $1 benefit as a benefit. So the whole year you have how much the whole year? I'm saying 1 million name, and then you think that you can have you can have a benefit of $1 US. So what will be your total benefit per year? Who can tell me? So I'm saying $1 US, but 1 million of registration. Who can tell me the total of benefit?
It's about $800,000. Yeah, if you subtract
No,
the 2 to 7.
maybe you didn't get me. I'm saying you have 1 million registration, and the benefit you are making on one registration is $1 US. So per year you make how many? It will be 1 million.
Yes, $1 million.
If I'm correct. Exactly. If I'm correct. 1 million US dollar. But we have to be serious, because I'm not sure that the first year you can have 1 million of names. I don't know how strong you are in business. So let's just say the half. Let's say the 500,000 is a half of 1 million. If you have 500,000 names, so the benefit per year will be 500,000 US dollars. Am I correct? Am I correct? I'm saying the benefit on one registration is $1 US, and you are able to register 500,000 names. So am I correct to say that you get as a benefit 500,000 US dollars?
Yes.
Thank you. But I think it's still hard to have 500,000. It may still be hard. So let's take the half. So imagine you are able to get 250,000 names. You are able to get 250,000 names. So you'll get like benefit 250,000 US dollars.
Yes.
So the 220,000 you have paid for application, you'll have at least around 20,000 US dollars. I think it's a lot of money, 20,000 US dollars. So I'm just throwing these numbers, but when I'm saying that it is a dollar per benefit, it will be maybe 4 times $1 or 5 times $1. So definitely, if we have an entity interested in the domain name business, this entity can really find a way and then make profit. Again, you see registries or registrar are the entities. Registrars are the entity doing the registration. So registrars sometimes, they are not charging the same amount for like end users and for brands. So if you are maybe doing registration for a domain name at, let's say, $2, maybe for a big brand, you are not going to take $2 per year for this brand to register the domain name. So it will be a lot of money. So what I want to say that when you think that you can operate a top-level domain names, you have a lot of preparation you can do. And this is why we are talking about this topic in the school. So if you're in the business area, you have to think about it, and then probably you should be in position to cover your charges. Because in addition to the 227,000, there are some annual fees also ICANN is charging to each registry operator. So you pay the 227,000 one time, and then every year you have some amount to pay. But I'm sure that with a good plan, you should be in position. So the registry operator, there are a lot of responsibilities again, as I'm saying. So you have to be sure that you have adequate equipment or registry operator, because we have a case where if you are not operate yourself, you don't have the technical capability. There is also a program I'll talk about, which is the Registry Service Provider Evaluation Program. So you don't need to be a technical entity, you don't need to have technical capability, but if you just have the idea to have a new generator level, you can move. You can move to do that. So we have a program we call the Applicant Support Program. So it is a response also to some concern from people, entities saying that this amount is very high, 227,000 is very high. So this is why ICANN has developed this program called the Applicant Support Program, ASP, for the next round. So this is a program to support people who want to apply. But you don't have to wait 2026. If you have in mind to apply, you can apply now to benefit for the support program. So the criteria, there are a lot of criteria when you apply. The ICANN will be checking many things. And then to be eligible, you have to be part of one of the 4 groups. We have 4 groups, 4 categories. We have 4 categories who can apply for this support. So the applicant support program is for 4 categories or 4 type of entities. First, non-profit, non-governmental and charitable organizations. So they can apply for the support. Intergovernmental organizations, they can apply for support. We have indigenous, tribal peoples organizations. This kind of organization, they can apply for support. We have micro and small business that are social enterprise or that operate in the less developed economy. I forgot the amounts to qualify this micro small business, but this is something I can share with the organizers, and they can let you know. So if you are part of, you can put yourself within these 4 categories, so you don't have to worry about the 227,000, because when you are selected for this support, you can have a reduction between 75 and 85% of reduction. So if you have between this 75 and 85% of reduction on the 227, I don't have a calculator here, you maybe be around the 30,000 US dollars, something like that. So maybe this one also can be managed for some entities. And the support can also be non-financial, like training material, capacity development, counsel, and also other support. Any other support can be available. So we have 2 types. It can be financial and non-financial. Now, before we move to the next slot of questions and go to the end, I want to share with you the key date. I just talked about the applicant support program. It started 19th of November. I'm glad that the organizers of this event, they put this topic, because it started a long time ago. Even some people are already aware, but if you are not aware, the last date for submission is to 19th of November this year. So we are already in July. So if your entity is interested to apply for a support, maybe if you are from a municipality of one of the 4 groups, and you go back, you talk to people, you have to go back to the next round website, and then there are some information to put there. And I really ask you to share the information with people who can be interested. We have a document, complete document, we call it Applicant Guidebook. And then if you are part of the ICANN community, you follow. Even this guidebook, I can ask the community to make input, comment to this document. So it's a document that will be available in December, and you have a lot of information in that document. In April 2026, this is the date where if you want a new top-level domain name, you apply for this new top-level domain. So I have more slides, and I didn't go through all the slides, and I want to also use the rest of the time when I finish talking about the Registered Service Provider RSP program, evaluation program. ICANN will be publishing name of entities, companies who have the capability, technical capability to support someone, who entities who are interested by the generic top-level domain name, but they don't care about running equipment or service systems, so you don't need to run all this. So we have service providers for the registry. You are the registry, but we have service provider for them. So we had a program, and then ICANN was able to select, and ICANN will communicate these companies when the application round will open. So I want to stop there, because here we will still have again the implementation timeline, and you can see that in 19th November, the application support program ASP will end, and then we'll start on 2026. So the slide will be available, but if you go to the link in this presentation, newgtlprogram.icann.org, you'll see even the presentation I used today is there. If you are interested to do a presentation in your community, you can also take resources from there. You just go to resources, and then you see that you can download this presentation from there, and then if needed, you need additional staff to help you to do the presentation, we have a team available. So I want to stop there, and then we can use the 8 minutes remaining for more questions. Thank you so much. So over to you.
Thank you, Yaovi, for your presentation. We have some few questions to ask you.
Thank you. I'll take the questions.
Thank you very much for your presentation. My name is Jonas. So my question is, if someone is interested in becoming a registrar, looking at the new generic top-level domain names, is it possible for that person to apply to be within their host country, or they can also reach out to other countries? So say I want to not just serve Ghana, I want to be able to serve people in Nigeria. Is that possible, and how do you do that?
Okay, thank you. Definitely, this is an important question. So this person, if you are interested in new generic top-level domain name, you are a registry. So registrar are companies who work for registry. You are a registry. So if you are a registry, you are serving not your country. You are serving the world, the whole world, not Ghana. You are serving the whole world, all the continent. So if you are interested in running a new top-level domain name, try to choose a name. You can choose a name which can attract anyone from everywhere. So you will be a registry. So again, that's the difference between the registry and registrar. The registry is the one managing the generic top-level domain name. The registry is the one getting the agreement from ICANN. And the registrar are those going to registrar at the second level, because you may not have time to do that as a registry. So you can also, from your end, give permission to other entities. So to answer your question, it is not for your country, but for all the regions to benefit from your top-level domain. I think it's a choice. But if you think that you don't want maybe to really make money from it, you want to use it for your community, okay, you can be limited, but it is really open. You can decide to serve everyone. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So we'll take another question.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yaovi. My name is Jeffrey, and I have a question. I think my brother made mention of NATA managing.gov.gh, and I'm a bit puzzled because I think some time ago I saw somewhere that the Ghana Network Information Center, which is the GHNIC, is responsible for managing and technical registration of all .gh DNS records. And for educational organizations like KUST, Legon, I know they are accredited by Ghana Educational Service. So if they want to register their domain, they will get accredited by GES, and then through them, they will make their request to the Ghana Network Information Center. And the Ghana Network Information Center is the actual place that the management and the technical registration occurs. I don't know if you can go over that point for me.
I think there are people in the room in best position to give answer to that. They manage, they understand better the national ecosystem than myself. So I can just know that the GH is managed by what I show you on the screen, but what is under the GH, I think you have people in the room who knows better than me on how it is managed, because the entity who manages the GH is for this entity to share the policy for order registration. So this is what I can say for now, and I'm sure that maybe during break, you or the next discussion, you have more information on that in the room. I'm so sorry that, because I want us to use also the rest of the time to answer more general questions. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. So we'll take the last question.
Okay, so thank you so much, Mr. Yaovi. So I'm aware and I have a question. I want to know, are there generic top-level domains dedicated to education or African youth? If not, how can we get involved in creating one?
Okay, so if you have one in mind, I cannot tell you really, because we have like more than 1,200. Even there are some I cannot have in my mind. So, but if you think that there is a good name that can be good for the education or what you said, now you can check if there is an entity which is like not for profit, for example, an entity interested in that top level domain name, and that entity, if that entity doesn't have enough fund, the 227,000, that entity can apply for a support, and then also meaning that entity will be paying like 30 something, around 30,000, and that entity now has to find a way to manage so that at the end it has a lot of registration at a very, very low cost, which can help this entity to maybe cover the cost, because if this entity is not playing the technical role self or use a registered service operator, this entity has to pay something to that operator also. So I think that is the way. You just go to who's.iana.org, or if you have a name in mind, I think it's a good question, a good reflection. Maybe just share the information about entities you think might be interested, and definitely you'll find a way to handle this. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. We are much grateful. Maybe if you can give your final remarks as well, that would be great.
Thank you so much. My final remark, I'm very, 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 very glad that we have this interaction, and I will really ask you to go back to the slide, because when you have the slide, and please, if there are some questions, feel free to send me any question later. We are here to talk about everything related to this program. And then the most important is to see more people applying for this support. This is why we are doing that. So I like the questions, and then I hope that we will continue interacting, and then I hope to see from Ghana many people maybe willing to have a new generic top-level domain name. I want to thank again the organizers for having us on this event. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yaovi, for that insight. Please let's give a hand of applause. Thank you so much. We are most grateful, and we thank you so much for always responding to our call and sharing your insight with us as always. Thank you so much. God bless you.